Hello, everybody. This is Joseph Pasek, and welcome to the FiredUp Network. Welcome to our WrestleMania special. Throughout the day, we're going to conduct interviews previewing WrestleMania 39 that goes down in a few hours. We're going to preview everything night one, night two. Also, we're going to re air this prior to night two as well. The first interview is with wrestler former WWE wrestler, now NWA wrestler, Aaron Stevens. Here we go with that interview with Aaron Stevens. Hey everybody, this is Joseph Pasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to WrestleMania special. And I had to bring in my close personal friend, yes, Aaron Stevens of NWA, to talk about WrestleMania and other wrestling things. Because WrestleMania, yes, it's the Super Bowl of wrestling, but Aaron Stevens, NWA 312, is going to be the best show of the week, right?
Well, it's the following week, but well, actually, no, I guess not. No, I guess it is the same week technically,
Yeah.
within the 7 day. Yeah, so yes. It's the answer.
And I hear somebody's copying your glove, man. Did you get? How come I don't have that glove?
Here's the thing: I am humbled and flattered that Morgan Freeman decided to make that statement that I've been making for almost a year. The black glove on the left hand. He can have it at NWA 312 in Chicago. The world is going to be introduced to Lucille.
Lucille's
Lucille's
now,
coming.
Now, Aaron, we haven't talked in quite a few months here, all right?
Mm-hmm.
You were supposed to be married. I did not get a wedding invitation. Is that why you did not get married?
So I didn't get married, so you're welcome. I saved you a trip.
You saved me a trip, all right? You saved me the present. Okay. Can I drink the red wine?
Oh yes, just drink anything. Drink anything you'd like. Just consult with your doctor first.
All right. So, is there still going on a little bit of fighting with you and your former fiance? I guess.
No, man, it's all good. It's all good, just like I knew it would. You know what I mean? I don't live in the past. I look to the future. You know what I mean? I got a mission. Blunt force trauma has a mission, and that is to destroy the competition.
All right. Blood force trauma. Who came up with that name?
Don't know.
Don't
We each
care.
came up with one word.
All right. So
Put
did
it
you
together.
come up with force or trauma or blood?
I can't reveal that. That you'd know too much, and then you would, you know.
All right, Aaron. Since this is a WrestleMania special, you were part of. How many WrestleManias were you at?
I have no idea.
Okay. Do you even care?
No. If I'm
No.
being quite honest, I was at a bunch. It was cool. And I mean, like, what? At the end of the day, you get paid, you move on.
All right. Do I dare ask you what was your highlight of WrestleMania? 39 years. This is WrestleMania 39. As you grew up as a youngster and everything like that, you grew up watching, well, I know already, Adrian Adonis, you were going to tell me, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was a fan of Ricky Steamboat, Randy Savage, obviously. But, like, when I really got into wrestling and I looked at it through different lenses, so to speak, my appreciation for some people like started to change. You know, like an Adrian Adonis, I admire just like what good of a, like they call it a worker, but like what good of a performer he was. Piper, the same thing. There's just a few guys like that.
All right. So the WWE, we're not going to talk about the WWE, but you've been 2-3 years already with NWA, correct?
Something like that. Yeah.
All right. What changes have you seen, both positive, and is there any negative changes?
I mean, look, like anything else, NWA, it's constantly evolving. And one thing we can be sure, one thing that doesn't change is that change is inevitable, right? Now, when good change happens, it's called evolution.
Yes.
When bad change happens, it's just change. So NWA is definitely a company that's evolving.
I like the new look here. A little bit of hair. Look at even me. I have a little bit of goatee and all that. Who inspires you now these days? Is it me, the president of provinces of Canada, the mayor elect of North America?
No, I just kind of try to work with what I'm given. You know what I mean?
Me too.
That's the truth. Yeah, I just try to work with what I'm given, and
We're,
I've
we're,
been
we're
having kind
very
of a bad
humble.
hair day here. I need to get it
No,
cut.
no, you're not bad here. Are you? Where are you? Are you back in Malibu or what?
No, oh no, Lord no. I am in the safety of Louisville, Kentucky right now.
The safety of Louisville, Kentucky. So that brings me to a little bit of questions here. You're a traveler, world renowned traveler. All right, give me, and I don't care if you create heat. Give me 2 or 3 of the best places you've been at, and maybe the worst place you ever been at.
Vatican for the best.
Hmm?
That was just awe-inspiring. Rome is just, I mean, the Colosseum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then as a Catholic for like square like that whole thing, and I got rosary beads blessed by the Pope. A seminarian, which is a young man going to get the training to become a priest. Had a conversation with him and gave me some rosaries that were allegedly blessed by Pope Francis. So that was amazing. And the Colosseum, just the architecture in Rome is phenomenal. Least, oh, no, and it takes me a second to think about this because it's funny, right? Because as a wrestler, like I've out there, the ring's the same, right? You're underneath the lights, the ring's the same. If it's a house show, you don't really like see what the building looks like. You just kind of like see faces and you hear people and stuff. So in that environment, like which is what I've always kind of like, all right, this is what we're doing. I've always kind of enjoyed everywhere. I'd say the least favorite place is like anywhere that doesn't have a restaurant open after 11 o'clock, to be honest.
And what after you go, after your match, what type of restaurant do you like to go at?
Excuse me. Excuse me, but Waffle House is consistent. And that's when you're on the road. But I love a steakhouse. Like there's Jeff Ruby's, which is great. There's just tons of different like places like that.
All right, so I haven't asked you, I don't think ever, okay? You still have, I don't know, 5, 10 years left in the career, okay? I'm just saying, okay? I know you're laughing there, but uh, what is left for you to accomplish that you haven't accomplished to date?
I mean, look, the one thing that I've always wanted to do was to idol. Obviously, I came really close, but wasn't in the cards. Look, it's out of my control, and people wanting to politic for the world title and this and that, and it's like, look, if someone decides to make me the world champion, because if I have to politic and try to, I don't want to say to a degree. I will always stand up for what I think, but if I got hey, you should do this for me and do this for me, and you know what? There's an asterisk next to that, and I need to be able to look at myself in the mirror. Agree with that, but you know what? They ain't me, and I don't care because
All right, you don't know this. You don't know this right now. I'm going to stun the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you are good
Right.
friends, very good friends, right? So you're going to be the first ever inductee into the Fired Up Network Hall of Fame. I want and it's the thing is gonna Giancarlo's gonna send it to you, and he's supposed to send it to
Thank
you.
God I wore a collared shirt for this interview.
Yes, the first ever
Put another button
inductee
up or something right
into
now.
into the Fired Up Network Hall of Fame. Now, Aaron, I want the world, all these dirt sheets and the world wants to hear what it means. Have you ever been inducted into a Hall of Fame at all?
I had a couple offers, but I didn't feel like getting on a plane, and I really wasn't that. I just thought it was an excuse for a bunch of people. I'm not going to be up there. I mean, like, really? No. The answer is no. And I've done anything worthy of being in any Hall of Fame, to be honest. Save that for the people at animals. We'll change laws for the better. I'm not going to make a statement about politics in the U.S. here. Scientists that cure diseases just, I mean, no, like, not me.
Well, you're better accept the Hall of Fame induction for the Fired Up Network because here's
Mhm.
the reason. As you know, I'm the president of the provinces of Canada, mayor-elect of North America, soon to run for the mayor of Toronto. All right?
Well,
I
they
need
need you.
I no, I'm paying you. Yes, listen. I need a vice president. A vice president who wears a black glove. A vice president who is in the ring, outside the ring, kissing babies, shaking hands. Doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter. That's you personified. Plus. I'm paying you in Swahilian. All right? That's a lot of money. In Swahilian, a lot of money. All right, Aaron. So I need people want to know. Some guys on some observers and everything wants to know your comments about being inducted into the Fired Up Network Hall of Fame.
I am genuinely touched. This is an honor I never, and I would just like to thank everyone at the Fired Up Network for me, and I humbly accept this award.
All right, and by the way, also the checks in the mail, Giancarlo. And if you don't, Giancarlo wants to know who's going to be inducting you. Who's going to be inducting you? Is it Cobra Kai guy? Who's inducting you?
That's up to you.
No, but if you had your way, I'm asking you if you had your way. Come on.
Morgan Freeman.
I set it up like that. I actually made the call after this interview. Morgan is on the line waiting to talk to you about he needs a bigger glove. If the glove fits, you
I
must
appreciate.
whatever. But he needs a bigger glove, he says. So you got to talk about that, all right? So I'm not going to mention anything about WWE or WrestleMania. I'm going to say this. You have come by Toronto here the last couple months, right? You haven't said hi to
Mhm.
the president of Provinces Canada. That's number one. All right. You have stayed with some guy who, in another league, he's a director of authority. All right.
Mhm.
Aaron, what makes him the director of authority? And why can't the president of Provinces of Canada be a director, or be a president, or be anything?
Well, you're in Canada. I would drive over to his place and ask.
I don't have a snowmobile. All right. I don't have a snowmobile. And I need protection for the Cubs with his little kids there. Okay. So, like, that's number one. Okay. Number two, I will see him April 16th at some event. I will see him then. All right.
Well, there
So,
you go.
okay, Aaron. So I want you to plug seriously now. 312. Honestly, I know it's WrestleMania week. I know NXT. I know Ring of Honor. I know AEW. I know all this crappy. But the place to watch, you gotta watch the 312. Look at the better than Stand and Deliver. What is this? Stand and Deliver. Ring
Hey,
of Honor. Super Card of Honor.
I,
Come on.
I,
312.
no. Those are amazing cards. It's going to be an amazing weekend. I'm not going to knock any. There's incredible talent out there. Great time to be in the wrestling business. But NWA, we see it, and it ain't that hard. Fight TV or Chicago, April 7th, because NWA, the numbers are not lying. We're getting bigger. We are evolving. And
That's the first ever inductee into the
oh,
Fired Up
there
Network
you go.
Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Aaron Stevens. Check
Thank you.
out 312 NWA 312 in Chicago. And Aaron, it gets a little bit windy there. It gets a little bit windy. You got to
Okay, so
have a
do I.
nice jacket here. You got to have a nice jacket. In golfing, they give you the yellow jacket. The Fired Up Network gives you the red and white Canadian jacket. That will be coming in next week. Giancarlo, if he's not around, slap him around there, okay?
Have you seen the blue jacket that I wear?
Oh, it's tailored after the blue jacket.
Let me
I
tell you
got the
something.
same tailor.
Let me tell you do. Who?
Yeah, John Juan Estrada. His name is Juan Estrada.
No. Let me tell you something. You're going to be in Toronto right now. You want me in the Hall of Fame? I got some conditions.
Okay.
Calabretta in Toronto.
Yes.
I don't know what part exactly, but they're Calabretta on Instagram. You can go to my Instagram. I have them tagged in a lot of my photos. The best suit I've ever had at Calabretta, Canada. That's the only place I'm getting. Go
That's
to
who it
them.
is.
Tell them I sent
Stephen from
you.
Calabretta. And I told them, and I'm even inviting him. And by the way, you're the first ever inductee into the Fired Up Network Hall of Fame. We are going all out. August 3rd. August 3rd is the day that you're going to be inducted. Okay? That's it, man. You're going to be celebrating like it was
Wonderful.
1999.
Wonderful. I cannot wait.
All right. And Giancarlo's going to get you
Thank you.
corned beef sandwich and all these foods and trimmings and everything like that. But anyways, everybody check out NWA312, Aaron Stevens at Real or Aaron's Thoughts on Twitter, right? What's it on Instagram?
The Aaron Files.
The Aaron Files.
Yes.
Check it out. And Aaron, honestly, great wrestler, but even great person. Thanks a lot, Aaron.
Have a good one, Joe. I appreciate it. Always fun.
That was wrestler Aaron Stevens. He wrestled at WrestleMania. And check out NWA 312 for more. That NWA is doing good things in the wrestling world, and Aaron's a big part of it. Aaron Stevens, part of NWA. Check him out, NWA 312. That was nice to hear from Aaron. Now we're going to hear from a guy we talked about with Aaron, Giancarlo Alino, as we preview WrestleMania. Hello, everybody. This is Joseph Hasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to WrestleMania Special. It's WrestleMania 39 from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. My good friend Giancarlo Alino is back here, and we're going to preview WrestleMania. From what we're doing this before we know which days are going to happen. From what I hear, this is the breakdown. All right, this is the breakdown. Night one, which is Saturday, April 1st. Giancarlo, no fooling. I'm not fooling you. It's a premier live event, by the way, Giancarlo. Austin Theory, first match of the night. First match of WrestleMania. Austin Theory, champion. This is John Cena for the U.S. title. Go ahead, Carlo.
Yeah, I think John Cena's going to win the title. I think it's going to be a great start to WrestleMania. I do see John Cena's reign only lasting 2 nights, though. I think Austin Theory will cost them on Raw, and they'll have a rematch at Backlash when they go to Puerto Rico. So I think it's going to be a good match. Austin Theory is going to get some bright spots here, kind of like last year. He's in a focal point again, and I do see Cena getting the win.
Wow. A lot of people are saying Austin Theory, A-Town down. Now, is A-Town always up? When the Braves win, are they up? But why is A-Town? Never mind. All right. Now, Giancarlo, I want you to sing the next match. We got the Paul, I'm not going to say his first name, against Seth Rollins. Come on, Giancarlo. Seth Rollins wants you to sing his song. Imagine 80,000 people singing that when he comes. And what is Seth Rollins going to wear? Because he's going to wear some stupid outfit there, okay? Some stupid outfit. So I think this match is going to be better than people think. But you know who's going to win that, right?
Yeah, I think Seth Rollins wins. I don't know what Logan Paul's contract situation is, but even if they're going to try and re-sign him.
You mentioned that, and he came out a couple of days ago. Oh, his contract's over WrestleMania. When he signed this deal, they made an announcement. WWE, it's going to be a long-term deal, meaning at least 2-3 years. So what is this all about? That his contract's over. That's all I'm saying, because the WWE even made an announcement regarding they signed to a multi-year deal.
Just like Pat McAfee signed a multi-year deal, and we haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end of the show. But who do you call in this one?
I still think Seth Rollins wins. Like, I know Logan Paul has had great matches since he debuted, but just going into last year, like him and The Miz got the win. Miz turns on him, then he beats the Miz, and then he did the Roman Reigns match. So I think they'll still make him look strong. I think Seth wins, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Miz gets involved in this at some point.
Because he's awesome. Remember that. All right. So this I have heard is also on those two matches guaranteed for night one. I have heard also this match is for night one. It's for the ladies. Well, it's not for the ladies tag team titles. It's Trish Stratus, Lita, Becky Lynch versus Damage Control, Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Sky.
Yeah, I think this would probably be better for night two just because of the other tag match. I think that would be better for the first night when the crowd is more invested in this. So if this is night one, I do see Damage Control getting the win. I think Trish is going to hit Becky with a chick kick. Lita will, it's going to be debatable. Maybe she'll turn heel too. But I know they're the tag champs. I don't know if that's going to last long, but I do see Trish turning heel, leading to Bayley getting the win.
Well, here's the story. This match is happening on night one because night two, they're going to announce that the ladies tag team titles are going to go against the winner of the WrestleMania, whatever they're calling it. So that's what's going to happen here. And let's talk about that because that leads into the WrestleMania, whatever you want to call it, contenders match. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalia Shotzi, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, and also Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Is there any other team that are going to win this except for Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler?
No, and I think that's a right call, but hopefully they do something where it brings interest to the division. Like Liv Morgan, Raquel, like they're single stars to me. I think they've done a good job on their own, and just throwing into a team again. It's kind of like when Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley were teaming up. So they have to get this whole division, like get a team up there that you can actually go long term with and build programs around. And right now it seems like Ronda Rousey and Shayna are the team to do it.
Next match, probably the biggest match in WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. So let me get to a little bit of a spoiler. Not a prediction, a spoiler. According to the wise man, and according to MJF, my good Jewish friend, who, by the way, Giancarlo, at the end of this, I'm going to shock the world. We're going to do something. All right. Saying Brock Lesnar has been offered a 1-year extension, 5 matches, $3 million. If he signs, Brock Lesnar will go over. If he does not sign, almost going to go over. So look for that. So you know who wins, who lost. If, by the way, he signs. So who's your prediction?
Brock Lesnar signing for a lot more than that. $3 million is probably just his travel and food fee. I don't think it's going to be 5 matches. I think he'll probably be like another similar deal to what he signed when he came back the last time. I don't think he'll be on TV every week. Like, I think he's been more active in the last 2 years than almost his whole career. So I think it's be nice. Like, we'll see him like 5 events out of the year, but maybe not all the Raws. And I think he does beat Omos. And I'm going to go and say that this is going to be a lot better than people think. I think he's going to put Shawn Michaels' SummerSlam 2005 performance to shame with all the selling he's going to do for Omos. And I do see him hitting him with an F5 and getting the win. If not, I do see a shooting star press out of Brock Lesnar. And after the match, I think the Hurt Business is going to come out. And that's when they're going to reform. Bobby Lashley will attack Brock, and then they'll plant a seed there for whenever Brock comes back, and they can do that one match again.
Okay, so the next match, one of these matches is going to go on night one. It's either Bianca Belair, Asuka for the ladies' title of Raw, or Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley. One of these matches, it looks like one of these matches will close out night one of WrestleMania. There's been internal talk. Of course, night 2, WrestleMania, of course, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and the co-main event will be a ladies' title match. So do they want to show Charlotte Flair in that, or they want to show Bianca Belair? So I'm going to go with night 1, Charlotte, Rhea Ripley, and night 2, Bianca Belair and Asuka. So night 1, go ahead with that one. Charlotte, Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I don't know if that should close just because of the whole storyline with the Usos, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. And you can even throw in Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio. Like, that program's been going on. Fans are more invested in that. So I don't know. I think Charlotte and Rhea Ripley will be a good match. I just don't think the storyline has been strong enough. But I think that will be on night one, and I do see Rhea Ripley winning the title.
Mommy wins a title? Wow. All right. So then let's start off with Bianca versus Asuka.
Yeah, I think Bianca Belair, this title reign is going to come to an end here. I think Asuka gets a win, and after the match, we'll probably see them tease something where Asuka might lean more towards being that heel again. I do think Bianca Belair is going to go after the title again, but it's going to be something where this is going to be like 2 or 3 matches of a feud. I don't think it'll be a one-off.
I have very big expectations for the next match. Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and why you like how I said Gunther? Why are you laughing? Try to say it has to come down from your stomach here, John. Gunther! All right, Gunther, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Intercontinental title. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think this will be one of the matches of the weekend. I think they're going to tear the house down. Night
Hard
2,
hitting.
it will be.
It will be a banger after banger after banger after banger, right?
And I think that's who wins the title. I think Sheamus is going to hit McIntyre with the bro kick after Drew McIntyre thinks he finishes Gunther with the Claymore. And I think that's where Drew is going to turn heel, and him and Sheamus are going to feud for the Intercontinental title, leaving Gunther strong without taking the loss, and he'll go up to the main event.
Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders 4-way tag team match.
Yeah, I think it's time that the Street Profits get their one last tag team win, and I want to see them split up now. I think they're both capable of being singles guys, and I think after WrestleMania, they'll probably lean in that direction. So I got the Street Profits winning this match, and then it's going to set the stage there for a turn.
And then, as you mentioned, Rey Mysterio and Dominic.
Yeah, this match, I think Rey's going to do everything he can to make Dominic look as strong as possible. I would not be surprised if Vicky Guerrero, depending on what her contract situation is like with AEW, if it's completely over, if she shows up and Dominic has a new manager after this. So I got Dominic beating Rey.
So Dominic's going to leave Mommy?
Maybe Chavo will get involved. He said he wanted to be a Guerrero. So I think we'll see this leading into another match at Backlash, and I think that's where Rey will get the win when it's in Puerto Rico. I think that's going to be another match that they can have. Bad Bunny will be there, so they can have him in Rey's corner probably, but I do see this going more than one match.
Hell in a Cell. The Demon Finn Balor against the Brood, Edge. Gangrel has been rumored to be appearing, but also, and this is exclusive, this is not a prediction, this is a spoiler. You know, Giancarlo, we're very good friends with Canadians, eh? I'm the president of the province of Canada, the mayor-elect of North America, the mayor soon to be running for the mayor of Toronto. I know I don't have your vote because you're in Woodbridge, but I have heard Christian will be involved in this match. Go ahead.
The thing with Christian, like AEW has been putting pictures of him in the advertising for
Christian,
the Canadian dates.
I'm telling you right now because somebody have spoken to somebody. I spoke to Christian. I spoke to Jay. He has gotten permission from Tony Khan to be appearing just at WrestleMania. Book it, bank it. If I'm wrong, you're shaving your head, but I'm going to be right. Who's your pick?
Yeah, I do see Finn Balor still getting the win, even though because they're building this whole demon.
Predictions.
And I do see Christian coming back eventually, but I don't know if it's going to be at WrestleMania.
It is going to be at WrestleMania. It's a one-time deal, and Gangrel is going to be there, and Edge is going to get the win. Now, Edge Canadian, all right? Christian Canadian, okay? We go to another Canadians, the Usos, not Canadian, against Kevin Owens, Canadian, Sami Zayn, Canadian, WrestleZania, KO Mania. Do they finally capture the tag team titles after how many days? Is it 609 days, something like that? All right. So, do they capture the tag team titles, and is the payoff? Because, in my opinion, Sami Zayn should have won in Montreal. And Kevin Owens last year he closed out with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and a lot of people are talking about that Jackass match with Sami Zayn and the Jackass guy. So, do they steal the show?
I think this is going to be a good match, and I do see the Canadians winning it. I do see the Bloodline slowly fighting in between themselves or amongst themselves. So I think Kevin Owens is going to hit a stunner on Jay, and we're going to see Sami Zayn get the win for the team. So I do see a nice win there for the Montreal-born guys.
All right, now it's time for the main event of WrestleMania 39. SoFi Stadium, Saturday, April 1st, Sunday, April 2nd. It is the American Nightmare. His father was the American Dream. Now he's the American Nightmare, meaning he should be a heel. But now he's a face. Cody Rhodes. Say hi. I'm wondering how many guys from AEW will be there for Cody Rhodes. Since the Young Bucks are already written off a storyline, could they show up on WrestleMania? Never mind. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Before you give your prediction, let's talk about WrestleMania. We see returns. We see a lot of new guys. Raw after WrestleMania, a lot of new guys. It's going to be Cameron Grimes going to be on that show for Raw after WrestleMania. Maybe Zack Ryder teaming up with his wife Chelsea Green. Who do you think shows up maybe at WrestleMania or the next 2 nights later with Raw?
I would hope Randy Orton is one of them. Shinsuke Nakamura, I hope, is another.
Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura. You got to get Pat McAfee to dance on a table there.
Yeah, so those two I think would be a nice surprise to see them back.
All right, so now Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, 960 days as champion. Does he get to 1,000 or does he lose?
I wouldn't be surprised if Roman wins. There's been so many opportunities where they could have taken the title off of, like with Sami Zayn, they could split the title, but like if Roman wins, I won't be like too surprised about it because I think the Bloodline, like the Usos, lose the titles, but I think the right call here. Cody Rhodes wins, gets a title, they split it up, they do their thing, and then you see the Bloodline feuding with each other, and they won't have the titles anymore. So I think you can have Jay versus Roman. Maybe lead if The Rock still wants to come back. You do The Rock and Roman eventually after Jey Uso feuds with Roman. So I think there's more possibilities if Roman loses the title.
What about Solo Sikoa feud? Like they're building Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns, and okay, so that is that. But let me ask you one last question, and then we'll close it out. Cody Rhodes wins. Is his feud first with Seth Rollins, or is his feud with a returning Randy Orton from, they had their Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and all that. They had their team. Where would you put the feud first?
Yeah, I think Randy Orton would make sense. If he's going to just turn on him immediately, I think on Raw or SmackDown, that's when you can have Randy Orton do it. Come out to a nice pop, look like he's going to be the baby face, and then RKO him and show him that he never taught him everything he knew. So I think Randy Orton would be the right choice there.
Now, also, if the Usos retain the title, don't they have a built-in storyline with Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn?
Yeah, I don't think they'll retain, though. I think you have to do Jey Uso going after Roman. Those two have to pick up that storyline. The whole Bloodline feud started with those two, so I think it would make sense. Solo Sikoa would have to test his loyalty, whether it be to his brothers or be to Roman, the guy that got him in WWE. So I think there's a lot more storylines they can build off to just those two.
All right, and final question: which match are you looking forward to the most in the 2-night extravagant? Last year was stupendous. This year, I don't know what it is, but it's SoFi Stadium. It's Los Angeles. Expect the unexpected because it's in Los Angeles. And yes, Giancarlo, yes, the president of the provinces of Canada will be attending WrestleMania. I'll be sitting next to. Well, I'll tell you off air. Me and Tony Khan have a. By the way, like I mentioned when we started this off, okay? MJF, my Jewish friend, okay? Giancarlo, I'm going to invite you to your own recircumcision. All right? Recircumcision. Giancarlo, What are your thoughts on that? Will there be paid? You know who's going to snip this one, right? You know who's going to be snipping, right? It's going to be, guess who? Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus has agreed. I have paid him. He is going to be snipping. Are you scared?
Have a blast. I won't be there.
What do you mean you won't? You won't be there? It's a re-circumcision for you. You know, re-bar mitzvah, re-circumcision. Anyways, Giancarlo, tell everybody how they could get a hold of you. Enjoy WrestleMania Night 1 on Saturday, April 1st, 8 p.m. And who knows, 11, 12. And then Sunday, April 2nd, 8 p.m. as well. Go ahead, Giancarlo.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, John_411, Instagram, Giancarlo_Alino. Check out my articles on firedupnetwork.ca and sportskeeda.com. And if you're in Toronto, check out Vibe 105, where special WrestleMania guest there, Trish Stratus, can be heard that interview throughout the week.
And did she say anything about the president?
Biden?
Giancarlo. All right. Thanks a lot. Enjoy WrestleMania.
Thanks.
Hello. Well, that's Giancarlo Alino, and it was great to talk to Giancarlo, a big guy here with Fired Up Network. Now the return. I know many fans have wanted this return. The return of Rory Mitchell is coming up now. Rory Mitchell, of course, the Mitchell Report Unleashed, and Rory was here a long time ago. Of course, he comes back to the Fired Up Network. And here is Rory Mitchell and myself talking about WrestleMania 39. Hey everybody, this is Joseph Pasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to the WrestleMania special, and welcome back, yes, welcome back to my good, close, personal, hated friend, Rory Mitchell of the Mitchell Report Unleashed, and officially Rory, and that's his Twitter, Instagram, whatever handles. Nobody checks him out there. Anyways, Rory, how you been?
I'm just doing my thing, man. WrestleMania week. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's get the business clear.
You're doing your thing. You're doing your thing.
I'm always doing my thing. Come on, man.
I don't know what thing you're doing. All right. So let's get to WrestleMania. Let's get to the card. Let's get to Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, Shotzi, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler versus, and here's a spoiler. Here's the team. Are you ready for this, Rory?
Go ahead.
Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. What happens to Carmella? I will tell you later. Your pick.
For that match?
Oh no! I just announced all the.
Doesn't wait. So let me ask before I even. So hold on, because doesn't Ronda now have heat on her because of she dissed WWE creative?
Do you want me to answer that, or do you complain before we went? You don't let me talk. So do you want me to answer that?
You can answer that because she has heat on WWE creative.
What's your question?
Ronda has heat on WWE creative. Is she even going to be at WrestleMania?
Yes, and she's fighting with a broken arm.
Sure. You believe that?
She does have a broken arm because her cow ran out on her shoulder, and
her cow.
Yes,
a cow, like a moo cow, a cow.
Like
I don't believe that.
No. Yes. So yes, that's not how a cow does. How does a cow do? Moo moo. Big ups to me, man. I like milk. All right, milk does a body good. Look at my body. All right, so go ahead, give me your pick.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
This is
not newsworthy. This is not a newsworthy conversation. I'm here to talk about newsworthy things.
Ronda here's the match. It's newsworthy. The match is newsworthy.
You tell me who wins.
Really?
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler will win.
Sounds good.
All right. So you don't care about that one.
I don't care about that.
You care about the WrestleMania showcase. Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Street Profits, Martel Ford, Angelo Dawkins, Alpha Academy, Chad Gable, and Otis. Not Otis, Otis. And the Viking Raiders. Your pick.
This, I don't even know why they're doing the showcase. There's no thing, number one contendership. It's
You want to know why?
Hollywood.
You want to know
Let
what this
me
is? Here.
finish
Hold on. You want to know what
speaking.
this is? You cut off. You
Let
let
me
me cut off
finish
everything.
speaking.
Hold on.
Let
This
me
is
finish
to
speaking.
get everybody on the card. Go ahead.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. I think it's the Street Profits. I think they're the ones who should win, right?
Wrong.
But it's probably gonna be it's probably gonna be Braun Strowman and
Wrong.
Ricochet.
Next one.
Why don't you tell me, sir?
Oh my gosh. It's going to be the Viking Raiders. They have built in already Viking Raiders as a shot on SmackDown. Don't forget, Chad Gable, Otis, they already have Otis doing with the Maximum Mado models. Street Profits are going to break up after
No, they're
WrestleMania.
not. Street
Yeah,
Profits won't break up. Street Profits are not gonna
Street
break up.
Profits are
Stop
going
it.
to break up because
No, they won't.
okay, here we go. In Puerto Rico, the next Premier Live event. By the way, Premier Live event, not pay-per-view. I'm going to ask Rory in a couple seconds. Tell me the difference. So, Premier Live event in Puerto Rico. Host of Bad Bunny going to be there for Backlash. Look for Montez Ford to have a big match, singles match. Now, Bad Bunny will be at WrestleMania also. Okay, so that leaves Braun Strowman and Ricochet. Whatever. I think they're going to have the Viking Raiders win this one. Okay.
Street Profits.
No. Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita up against Damage Control, Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky.
Come on, this has got obvious written all over it. We know that Damage Control is going to win because there's going to be a heel turn on the other side. And I'm going to be honest, the heel turn, everybody's probably thinking it's going to be Trish Stratus. I'm going to say it's going to be Lita. I think that's the swerve. Damage Control wins that.
I'm not going to say you're wrong again. So I might as well not just say it because you're going to be wrong again. All right. And it's too early for a heel turn in this one. Because by the way, why you wanted me to answer the first why are they having this match on the men's side to get these guys in it. The ladies side, Becky Lynch and Lita will have to defend it against the ladies winners, which will be Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler on night 2 of WrestleMania.
That's been the rumor that we've been hearing, but we'll
Not the
see.
rumor. If I tell you, it's good.
Rumor.
I speak to the wise man because now let's get this here. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio, taken after what has happened at the Hall of Fame. Who's your pick? Because you saw what happened at the Hall of Fame.
Dominic's winning. Dominic's winning clean. Is winning clean. That's how I'd book that. Dominic winning clean, beating Rey Mysterio. Is not daddy, because we know who his dad really is, which is no longer here. R.I.P. to Latino Heat.
Are you serious now?
What do you mean? Did you see that they groomed Dominic to basically look just like Eddie, talk like Eddie,
Are you serious?
walk like Eddie?
Are you? Óyeme, ¿tú estás loco o qué? ¿Tú estás loco o qué? No puedo hablar aquí. I can't even speak here. You know, Dominic, all right? You cannot go against your father, and you cannot speak like that to your mother. Have respect! Have respect for your sister, even. By the way, your sister, we saw this. Your sister was going out with Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, but Buddy Murphy now, who's he dating? Rhea Ripley? Come on now.
Cut me off. He complains that I cut him off, and here he is. Now, this is why I said it was all in the family. This feud didn't start with Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero. This feud started with Buddy Murphy. Bring him back from the House of Black. God.
And now Rhea Ripley's new boo. What are we doing?
Boo? What are you talking about, boo?
Rhea Ripley and Buddy Murphy are dating. You know that, though, right?
Yes, I know that. But where you bring boo into it? Like, I don't understand.
That's her boo. They're booed up.
They're booed up. What? I'm gonna take my size 9 boots and stick it straight up where?
Like how you're booed up with your lady, you know? Booed up.
Leave my lady. Listen, you'll be unleashed here in a second. I'll get Drew Ebanks on you oh my gosh. What do you explain to me? Big up. Explain to me what boo means.
Boo, like your boo, your thing, the person
My
that you're
thing,
with.
like you're doing booing. You said I do
No,
my.
not
You're doing
booing,
booing.
not like boo, like your boo. That's your boo. That's your love thing. That's your love bug.
Oh, so that's your girlfriend or boyfriend.
In slang terminology, say it's your boo, it's your girl, it's your honey,
Boo,
it's your main squeeze.
boo. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this your language for what you call your boo?
You can say your boo. Alicia Keys and somebody else did a song. What was it? Alicia Keys and Usher. Boo, my boo.
Where's this segment going? A boo, a boo. All right, a boo. You want a boo? Wasn't that the magic carpet ride from whatever? Come on. Now, question: are you talking personally? Have you gone into business for yourself talking about your boo?
I haven't gone into no business with myself. I never go into business with myself.
So are
I play
you
nice.
booing yourself? Are you going to business for yourself? Are you having boo with yourself?
I'm single. I don't have no boo.
So you have a boo boo. All right. So
No, I
let's
don't have a
go
boo boo.
let's
I
talk
don't have
about
no
this
boo.
boo boo. Let's talk about this boo boo go go or whatever you want to call it. Omos versus Brock Lesnar. I'll give you wait before you answer. Several sources have told me, and I'm close to the wise man. All right, that and he negotiated Brock Lesnar's deals. Brock Lesnar has been given a 1 year, 5 fight deal worth $4 million. If he signs before this match, Brock Lesnar will beat Omos. If he doesn't, Omos will beat Brock Lesnar. So that is if Omos wins, Brock Lesnar's gone, maybe retired, maybe going into Saskatchewan. And what is there to do in Saskatchewan? Saskatchewan's much like London. What is there to do? But that is the thing I have heard. He has a 1 year deal on the table, $4 million, 5 fights. If he signs, he will go over. If he hasn't, almost goes over. Go, give me your pick.
Honestly, I think this is going to be one of the quickest matches on the card. I don't see it going past 5 minutes personally. This is a Vince McMahon type of booking, and I'm going to go with Omos probably winning regardless of the matter because Brock is there to possibly put over talent because they want Omos to be the giant slays the beast, which is kind of corny to me, but I don't know. Is what it is.
Raw Ladies Championship, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Let me see. Let me see. I see these white teeth here and all that. You don't have green mist in you, right? But you do. Go to your boo. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. You know, it's funny because this match here, I think the fan favorite is obviously Bianca, but I think that with the edge and the change of the character with Asuka, I believe it's her time. I'll be honest, it's a hard one for me. I'll be honest. It's a hard one for me because I don't think Bianca should lose the title right now, but I think because it's the great reset that everybody likes to say in WWE, they're probably most likely going to give it to Asuka to win this. My personal pick, though, I think Bianca Belair pulls the win. I think she pulls the win, honestly. I think that's the safe bet to go with, and I think that's where I would be hedging all my bets and my chips.
You finally got one right. Now, Hell in a Cell match. Edge, Finn Balor. Edge gonna come out with like the Brood Edge. Finn Balor coming out like the Demon. There's gonna be several surprises in this match. Go ahead. Hell in a Cell.
Who's supposed to win this match is Finn Balor. Who's not going to win the match is Finn Balor. Edge is obviously winning this because it's just for storyline purposes, I guess, and things like that. We're hearing about Gangrel potentially showing up. That's what the tea leaves are saying. I don't know if the demon shows up though. I'm gonna echo something with you that he said he'll bring his demon. That doesn't mean his demon's gonna necessarily come out. His demon might be get tucked because last time we saw his demon get tucked, it was on the turnbuckle against Roman Reigns and it fell off. Did it not?
I'm still confused at who Boo is.
Well, Boo's the demon that's gonna be in the cell. Edge is winning this. We all know, and I don't know how this match is gonna look. I think the spots in the match are gonna be pretty good. I don't know if they're gonna toss anybody off that cell. Would be nice to see, but I know Edge is not going to want to get tossed off that cell at how old is he now? At 40, late 40s, close to 50?
All right. So yes, he's coming up on 50. 50. He's turning 50 in October. So we got. I actually want to take a break for this. Seth Rollins and Logan Paul here. By the way, I don't know if you see Logan Paul's drink. What's Logan Paul's drink?
Prime. I haven't tried it yet.
I hear it's $10 a bottle. How do you rip off people more than watch your lousy? You know what, Rory? You're Rory. Are you in shape? Are you in shape here?
Obviously,
Are you
I'm
in
after this recording. I got to go to the gym, man.
are you have you been training, saying your prayers, eating vitamins, eating the gumming worms that make your Stacy Keebler's hard? Are you
You're funny. You're
all right.
wild.
So are you coming on the Fired Up Network to challenge Logan, Jake, Paul Logan, Paul Jake, Paul Orndorff, anything to a boxing match in September here at the Scotiabank Arena, or Rogers Center, or even the Coca-Cola Coliseum? By the way, I mentioned all these. I should get some advertising, all right? So are you going to come out of retirement? And when you see Jake Paul and Logan Paul, fight, fight, fight. Do you think you could take them?
I'm not a world class boxer. I haven't been trained in that specific art.
Your boo, Drew Ebanks told me you could take him.
Listen, let's get to the prediction. So we already know what this is all about. This is gonna be Seth Rollins doing whatever he wants to do to Logan. Logan's gonna look good. I personally believe this match will look. This will be a high flying match, and I think you're gonna see Seth Rollins do some like high flying things just because he can. This is Seth Rollins' retribution from last year WrestleMania. It's sad that it has to be Logan Paul. Sorry. So we already know Seth Rollins is winning this unless they go with the unexpected. But I don't think Seth Rollins is going to want to sign off on that. But Seth Rollins is winning this match. I don't see it going past 25 minutes.
This match has been announced of night one. Night one, meaning April 1st, no fooling, even though we have Logan Paul there. Night one, Seth Rollins will get the victory. Now, let's get to the other ladies' title match, SmackDown ladies' title match. Charlotte Flair, give me, come on. You know, when I say Charlotte Flair, come on. You know what you have to do, Rory. You know what you have to do.
I'm not going to say woo, but I already said it. Woo.
That was the worst woo you ever did. You gave a better boo than you gave a woo.
Boo and woo.
Stop booing, stop whatever. Boo hoo, boo woo, 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 woo. Can we see woo, woo, woo? I'll ask you that later. Charlotte Flair against Rhea Ripley.
Squash match. And this is how it should be booked. Honestly, there should be. This is
Squash
okay.
match.
Squash match. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. You want Rhea to look unstoppable. That's Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, whatever SummerSlam that was. What, 2008?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, go ahead.
That's how this match has to look. I think all offense, Rhea, pin 1, 2, 3, or submit. I'm sorry, Rhea Ripley's walking out of Hollywood SoFi Stadium, women's champion.
You are correct. Finally,
I know I'm correct. Everybody knows that's what's going to happen. But, you know, it's WrestleMania, so swerves are going to happen.
All right, so you talk about swerves going to happen. Let's look at the tag team titles. The Usos against the Canadian Boys, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. By the way, we have somebody who just sent a question. Can Rory Mitchell unleash himself and sing the Canadian national anthem?
No, thank you. I'm okay. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to just show up so I don't get fined.
Here's the whole truth. People from London don't know the whole Canadian national anthem.
Yeah, we do. We do know the whole national anthem.
Then prove it.
I'm not singing "Oh Canada." That's not what I'm here to do.
Sing a verse.
No, thank you. I'm here to give.
All right, give prediction. Go ahead.
So let's be honest with this match. Everybody's gonna say this because I've been hearing, oh, you know, Sammy and KO are gonna win. Sammy and KO are gonna win. Are they really gonna win? Is that the right pick to do?
Yes.
Is it the most obvious? Yeah, well, you're gonna say that. It's not the most logical pick. I'm just gonna be honest. If you want to book a storyline, and I know people are gonna say is, oh, the bloodline story doesn't need titles anymore. It does. And I'm going to be honest. I think this is the match where we see somebody walk out on somebody. And I think everybody's thinking the whole Jey Uso, Jimmy and the Bloodline and Roman and Solo and Paul, all this stuff, whatever. Too many names to think of. But I'm going to say this. Kevin Owens walks out on Sammy. And the reason why I could see Kevin Owens walking out on Sammy is because guess what? Look at what he put him through for the last 4 to 6 months, right? It's time for a taste of the medicine. And I think that it makes for good storylines. It's a massive swerve. I personally don't think the Usos should be losing the title right now. And I wouldn't book Sammy and KO to beat these two right this second. There needs to be some sort of adversity. I'm seeing too much right now with WWE in these storylines of guys just being handed things. And I'm going to say this. I'm picking the Usos to win. They may lose, but that's who I'm picking to win, the Usos.
Do you want me to tell everybody who wants me to tell if he's right? Well,
Go
take
ahead.
take away the right when it's right and wrong. So there you go. Take away the right. So then you got number one match to begin WrestleMania. It is Austin Theory. By the way, Rory, I'm going to ask you this, right? Austin Theory, future of WWE, was Money Bank, but Austin Theory takes after yours truly. Like, look at me. Look at the body, the physique, the Austin Theory, A-Town down, T-Town down, North American down, the president of the provinces of Canada, the mayor-elect of North America, the mayor of Toronto, A-Town down, Austin Theory versus you can't see him. You can't. I'll tell you why it's the first match of the evening, because he's got to run off. And the second match, he's already in Vancouver with his wife. He married a Canadian. All the problems with Nikki Bella. Oh, I don't want to be married. I don't want to have kids or whatever. He marries a Canadian. Nikki Bella, if you were Canadian, you get married to John Cena. All right? That's number one. Austin Theory, match number one, WrestleMania Hollywood, up against Mr. Hollywood, John Cena.
Everybody's saying John Cena's gonna win. We already get it. WWE 2K23's out. John Cena showcase. I get it. Sales are probably most likely going out the roof. Merch is going through the roof. What's the better booking?
Can you give me a WWE 2K23 since you advertised them here and you never asked me if you could advertise 23?
Do you really want me to be honest about that? Do you want me to be honest? I have the game, but I didn't pay for it. I got it through a promo code.
Well, where's the promo code that you're supposed to give me? What do you think you're on here for?
You have Xbox. You have Xbox. I have PlayStation.
Well, Xbox is better than PlayStation.
No, it's not. Anyways, different conversation for a different day. I'm going to be honest here. A lot of people are saying John Cena open challenge. That's why he's back. I don't think it is. I think John Cena's back, to put over Austin Theory. I think that there's a reason why this match is going on first, because everybody's probably thinking John Cena is gonna win that title. It's not happening. I personally don't think that's the right booking. I think if you're wanting to build Austin Theory right now, Austin Theory wins that match, and that's who I'm going with. Austin Theory wins. A-Town down. Let's go. You hate me right now.
No. This is a surprise to me because he's right again. Yes, look at his face. He's surprised that I actually gave him two surprises. All right, so there you go. Yes, he's right again. John Cena. But John Cena will be part of going forward of WrestleMania. That's why he's the first match. Book it, bank it, do whatever you want with it. Two more matches we got to look at. And these two matches, through WrestleMania history, the Intercontinental title has always been right there. I don't have to tell you, Savage Steamboat. That was probably the greatest WrestleMania match ever. 39 years. Rory, you 39 years old or less?
Yes, I am. 39.
All right, so you're born
But I don't look
1985.
39. I'm out here I'm looking like a nice, smooth, chiseled 23-year-old styling and profiling, my man. You know,
Yeah.
you want to talk about the facial hair, you
Yeah.
want to talk about the black,
All right, all
luxurious
right, all
skin,
right, Rick
the
Martel. All
skincare
right, all
routine.
right, Rick Martel,
Boy,
man.
oh boy.
Get me some
Ooh.
fragrance, all right? Get me some
Hey,
fragrance I can spray it in
listen,
this guy's
listen.
eyes. Enough.
Hey,
We got a three-way dance for the Intercontinental title with a guy that Rory looks like, Sheamus,
I don't
with a
like
guy
nothing
that
like Sheamus.
I look
Stop it.
like, Drew McIntyre, and versus Gunther. Your pick.
You could make a case for all three of these men. Everybody's talking about Sheamus getting that title, right? That's the last title that he needs. I'm going to be honest. You can make a case for Drew. Drew's there to put over somebody. That's it. He's taking that pin. I'm going to go with the wild card picking this because I think this is the reason why they stacked the deck. I'm going to say it because he is the ring general. He's Mr.
All right,
I got to
Monday
stand up
Night
to do
Raw.
it. I got to
He's
stand up
right
to
up
do it.
there. He's
But
right
my
up
hands are
there.
behind my back.
No
You
wonder it's
gotta
going to
love.
snow in April, man. This guy
Let
is
me
3 in a
finish.
row.
Let me finish. I believe Gunther's gonna win this, and I'm gonna say something to a lot of people. We gotta start putting respect on Gunther's name, and I'm here to tell a lot of people this: if he goes to lose the title, because we only have one more match to cover after this. If he loses the title, have him lose it at SummerSlam. SummerSlam should be when you do the reset, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why.
First of all, don't tell me when to allow you to speak. If you're going to speak garbage, I'm going to cut you off. Second of all, his name is not Gunter. It's Gunther!
Gunther,
Gunther!
Gunther, Walter, it should be Walter. Walter. They
No,
need to
no,
change the name back.
that's coming up in AEW for something else. All right, now the main event of the evening, the main event of the 2 nights, WrestleMania 39 from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California, April 1st, April 2nd. Before we get to your main event prediction, I should have asked you this right at the beginning of this. 39 years, you're 39 years old. Actually, belated happy birthday. Giancarlo was supposed to send you the present, but he was too scared to smack you with the cake in your face, something like that. He was too scared. So, what, in your opinion, let's forget, don't give me one, give me, let's say, three favorite WrestleMania moments or matches or whatever. This is yours. I'm going to give you the time.
All right, Triple H, Undertaker, Hell in the Cell, 42 minutes, end of an era. Like, I watched that match a few months back, and it gave me nothing but I was chills because it was such a great match. And it was the match that I think that Undertaker was supposed to lose, but he won. And if he was going to give up the record, it should have been with Triple H. The other one, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, arguably the greatest Iron Man match that we've ever seen. And they don't do too many Iron Man matches, right? Um, a young, hungry Shawn Michaels, and that was the start of their feud, right? I can't give you the WrestleMania numbers because there's so much wrestling and so many other things going on in my mind. And then I would say for the last one, you know, I don't know. It's hard to say because it's a confliction between when they were when they were outdoors and then Hogan won the title that night, right?
You're talking WrestleMania 9?
WrestleMania 9, there you go, WrestleMania 9. And then I have to also possibly say, oh my goodness, the first Shawn Michaels Undertaker match. Special.
Those were good, but since I'm biased here, I attended WrestleMania 6, where you had honestly the best main event at that time: Hogan and Ultimate Warrior on paper. On paper, when you look at Intercontinental Champion versus WWE Champion, Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. I'm not talking the match was great. I'm talking on paper. Those are and then on paper again, WrestleMania 18. Coincidentally, both in Toronto at Skydome, now Rogers Center, but Hogan, Rock. On paper, those were the two biggest names. But if you're going to say anything about WrestleMania, if you're thinking wrestling and not sports entertainment, wrestling, you mentioned, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Triple H, Undertaker, they were good. But nothing, nothing beats Flair or Steamboat Savage, and for that matter, Flair and Savage. That was wrestling. Like, there's so many people who still to this day, that happened WrestleMania 3, March 29th, 1987. Great, eh? Look at that. I'm 10 years older than you, and look at this. March 29th, 1987, Pontiac Silverdome, WrestleMania 3. George Animal Steel still had more hair on his back than you. All right? So, like, look, okay? And eating turnbuckles, that you put in that tape, videotape, because there were no DVDs at that time, videotape of that, and tell wrestlers from now, watch this match. Watch this match. That the for WrestleMania match, that is the greatest WrestleMania match there has ever been. And it's very hard going to be that maybe the second one you can debate whether it's Brett and Shawn, whether it's Brett and Stone Cold Steve Austin, whether it's Shawn and Undertaker, whether it's Triple H and Undertaker, and all that. You can debate which is number two. But number one match at WrestleMania, 39-year history. By the way, WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, not the home of the Super Bowl champions next year. It's going to be Buffalo. But look, I'm telling you right now, it was Randy Savage and Ricky Steamboat. What a match. That, you cannot get better than that.
You
Period.
got a
And
point. No, it's true.
Ricky Steamboat then goes to quote unquote the NWA WCW at that time and have classic, even maybe even better matches with Ric Flair, Chi-Town Rumble, and everything like that. Ricky Steamboat, still to this day, doesn't get the props he deserves from the WWE family. Ric Flair's Ric Flair. He's two-time Hall of Famer and everything like that. Macho Man, of course, tragically passing away. Can't believe it's almost like 13 years ago, but tragically passing away. But Ricky Steamboat, still to this day, and we're talking WrestleMania 39, so WrestleMania 3 was 36 years ago. Still to this day, not getting his props, what he deserves in WWE. Ricky Steamboat was one of the best, period, the best match. Now, we get to the main event of this year's WrestleMania, SoFi Stadium, WrestleMania Gone Hollywood. By the way, The Miz, the host, watch for The Miz to get beat up not once, not twice, not three times, and all that. And after this, we'll close it out with some special surprises that you expect. But Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, your thoughts?
I've been on the record about this whole entire thing about Cody Rhodes. And I'm going to be honest. I know a lot of fans are not going to like this. A torn pectoral muscle and 2 matches with Seth Rollins does not have me saying that you should be winning the title right now. I understand the story needs to be told, Dusty and all this and Stardust and that, and Triple H is all so heavy on him. Ask yourself this question, wrestling fans that are listening to this or that are watching this. What happens when Roman loses? Can Cody be the guy to carry WWE right now?
Hold on. Do you want me to answer that?
Don't answer the question just yet. I want the fans to think this logic because I'm going to take them through a story. When you look at what the body of work that Roman Reigns has done, if anybody has watched the Bloodline series that the WWE released on YouTube, it was like, what, an hour and 45 minutes, and it takes you through the whole journey. I watched that the other night, and I sat back and I said, this story's layered. Does it need belts? I would like to see it have a belt. I would love to see it have a championship behind it. Roman, to me, should not get pinned by Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39. Will it happen? We don't know. We don't know. But I'm going to tell you this right now. There's Twitter hashtags of Cody Rhodes. There's TikToks of people saying what happens if Roman wins or Cody wins. I'm going to book it right now, and I'm going to say this. If this happens, hey, maybe I'm the prophet. Roman wins. 1, 2, 3. That entrance music, or his theme music, goes on, and it gets interrupted with "If You Smell What The Rock Is Cooking." And I'm sure that they're in Hollywood, and The Rock can spare 2 bloody minutes to either stand at the top of the ramp or walk down in that ring and give Roman a face-to-face. Mark my words. That's how you close out WrestleMania 39 with the tribal chief, the one, winning and not taking this hiatus. I'm hearing, Fast and Furious is going to be booked. Hobbs and Shaw 2 is going to, or 3 is going to be booked. Listen, Roman Reigns, the head of the table. Roman Reigns, the needle mover. Roman Reigns, the bloodline himself. The man with the most swag for the last 3 years. Like, I'm not even a Roman Reigns fan. I've been on record. You know me, Joe. I've never been a Roman Reigns fan. Roman Reigns is winning that match. Roman Reigns better win the match, or I'm done with WWE.
Put your hand down. You don't even have to ask a question no more. Now, you be quiet and let the real man talk. Acknowledge me, first of all. Second of all, that's a good, interesting thing you're mentioning. And that is one of the plans that can happen because Rock and Roman Reigns were in the ring together a few years ago at a Royal Rumble. They brought in The Rock to sort of help out Roman Reigns getting a bigger push and more people liking him. Wait a minute. Figure this out. And this is where I can't believe this guy is actually, see, I taught him everything he knows. This guy's actually getting smart in his older age, uglier days, but smarter. Because that happened at the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia. WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. Rock shows up on the rampway and all that, points to WrestleMania. They already had a year-long wait with John Cena and The Rock. What if Roman Reigns holds the title for a year more? And Rock points at it.
So
Are you
that's
cutting me
another.
off? I didn't
No,
finish.
no. Let me just echo to that, because I don't think in the modern era right now they want Roman to eclipse. Like, he's got to hold a title, I think, geographically, from how we mathematically break this down, till like next year, deep in the next year. I don't know if they're wanting to do that. I think this title and this run needs 1,000 days, because it instantly books Roman as guy that never liked Roman and got behind this character. Roman right now is the greatest heel final boss that we've seen in the last 23 years. And I want somebody to debate me on that, because I'll wait.
It's different. It's different from the Hogan days. You know, people who are I'm 10 years older than you, so people who grew up with Hogan will always say Hogan was the best. Was he the best? Yes, he won. You know, kept it for 2-3 years, but here it is. Here and nothing against. I think actually Cody Rhodes is going to win. Okay, that because they've made it a storyline, and you know, Triple H, Dusty Rhodes were like he's tight.
It's so forced, though.
It is
It's not
forced. Okay,
organic.
here it is. You're missing. Let me finish with everything here, and it makes sense. I told you the Rock thing makes sense the way I laid it out, and that's the way I've been told. That one way they could look at it. Okay, so Roman Reigns. Let's get back to what you're saying about Roman Reigns' 1,000 days and everything like that. Remember, and they're not making light of this enough. This guy came back from leukemia. All right. And he has held the belt 940 days or whatever, 950 days or whatever. If I'm them, I make light of this guy facing leukemia. Doesn't know a year before he holds the title for 3 years already, almost. And doesn't know if he's going to be alive. Alive. They don't even make knowledge of that. They don't even make. Yes, he has the Hyman. They have the Bloodline. They have the Usos. They have Solo Sikoa. They have. Now, they could go different directions. Number one, they could go with The Rock, because that's the bloodline of all bloodlines. Okay? That's number one. they already teased a little bit, Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. Where does this? So the question is not if he loses the belt, because if he loses the belt, Roman Reigns is made. Where does Cody Rhodes go if he doesn't win the belt? Not many people are talking about that.
So you know what I'm gonna say. That's the reason why I think Austin Theory. I think Austin Theory that already sets itself up because he did, I believe, in either an interview or something that I saw online where he goes, Cody. So he said something about Cody, and I think that's what you do. I think right now you have to look at prestige and you have to look at longevity of these titles. Can we mathematically say to ourselves here, can Cody Rhodes hold the title for one full calendar year? I don't see it happening. I don't.
Well,
You have to.
hold on. So here's what I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag all the time. Number one plan, or one of the plans, I should say, not number one. One of the plans is what I told you about The Rock. Number two is also having Cody win, but Roman Reigns losing only one belt, because it's for the WWE Undisputed title. Is it for the WWE title or is it for the Undisputed title? Because we got the wise man who could make a contract say it's for the WWE title. You didn't read the fine print. So what happens to the Undisputed title? Because roundabout circle, why do we need it to be 1,000 days? Why do you need Roman Reigns to lose? It's money. So they are on Fox, where Fox needs a separate champion. They're on USA Network, where they need a separate champion. By the way, USA Network deal is almost up. Fox Network, October, their deal is up. So they're tossing around the idea whether they do it now or whether they do it at SummerSlam. By the fall, there are going to be two different champions with two different belts, new belts. Now, if Cody Rhodes wins, obviously he gets a rematch with Roman Reigns or whatever. Can we see Roman Reigns losing two fights in a row? No. To Cody Rhodes. We can see that, if if Roman Reigns lose, this is how he's going to lose. They could do it with The Rock or Solo screws him, or Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens or all these guys who have lost screws him and he's out. He takes his break or whatever. Where does Cody Rhodes? Who's his number one contender? You do.
Everybody's gonna say Randy Orton, but I think you can set the story with Gunther also too.
Well, this is the whole thing. They first established. They finally, I shouldn't say first, finally established an Intercontinental Champion. So where do you do with the Intercontinental Champion? Does he lose the belt right away after beating? Honestly, if Gunther wins that match, who can beat Gunther for the Intercontinental title then?
This is okay. So I love where this conversation is going because the Discord now you could say is Cody could challenge for U.S. title or Intercontinental title. That I can get behind. I just don't think because let's
Okay,
play
hold on.
the.
You said the U.S. title. Look, he beats John Cena, and Austin Theory, that does good for him. But how many people care about the U.S. title? U.S. title.
I think you can put the prestige there though.
Yeah, but definitely he has to hold the belt for. He has to hold the belt a year. He can't flip the belt. He can't. Okay, I lost it, but I win it. I lost it. He has to. If he's the youngest, they say youngest champion. He's the next future. He has John Cena and all that. So let him hold the title till Survivor Series or Royal Rumble a year. Let him do that. Then they give prestige to the U.S. title. Also, Gunther has it for almost a year, so he puts prestige on the Intercontinental title. Roman Reigns, prestige on the, well, I can't say heavyweight title because I don't know which title he has. So it's, again, that's what Triple H comes from, the old school. The old school is giving, and this is Dusty, and this is what I think is going to. I actually think Cody's going to win, but I could see Cody wins, but not win both belts. I could see, quote unquote, and you heard this long time, a dusty finish. Dusty finish. Why? Because Dusty Rhodes came up with all these finish. A smudge, like they say. Like, there's no concrete winner. There's no concrete winner.
It's funny you say that. That's the other thing I was thinking too, right? They both somehow pin each other, but then it's like it's kind of corny. But here's what I'm saying. I can't see with Seth Rollins still out there, and probably with Seth Rollins being the only person I think Roman hasn't beat yet in this run. You're gonna have Cody beat Roman, but that then not have Seth beat Roman. So what's Seth's payoff going to be? Seth beats Cody. I don't want to see that again. I'm done with it.
Well, there's different ways to think about this because, as I said, we're going to close it out with some surprises. We talked about The Rock. We talked about Randy Orton. A guy that we haven't talked about, and I'll bring him up, and he's due back, is Big E. When Big E was leaving, he was champion. He was Raw champion. SmackDown champion was Roman Reigns. Again, I know they want to split the championships. Now, whether they do it because the next night after WrestleMania, everybody talks about it also. Let's face it, there's WrestleMania and the Raw after Mania. Okay, the world talks about that. Whether they do it at WrestleMania, whether they do it the next night, Raw after WrestleMania, or whether they do it, which I hear they want to do it at SummerSlam. By the way, SummerSlam, Ford Field in Detroit, we mentioned it already. So again, this is, and I know we're going long winded. I know it's been already almost an hour. I know people are getting tired of Roy Mitchell there with that stupid obey hat and all that.
Leave
All
me
right.
alone, man.
So here's the whole thing. They finally, there's never been a WrestleMania main event that they have options galore. Under Vince McMahon's regime, and nothing against Vince McMahon, you knew we talked about The Rock and John Cena. John Cena loses 1 year. You already knew that John Cena is going to win the second year. You're like Roman Reigns wins last year. You knew who's going to face Roman Reigns. Can somebody beat Roman Reigns? You know? But now, for the first time in God, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 years, you have options. And options are plenty. Cody Rhodes could win, could bring back Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins needs to get win off of Cody Rhodes. He's lost, or does he? Randy Orton, does he? Where Edge wins. Edge is brought in to win a belt, probably retire in Toronto in August because they're coming back for SmackDown in Toronto here. And he has already gone on record that he wants to retire in Toronto. So it has to be a big event if he's going to retire. So again, Edge being it's Hell in a Cell. Like arguably, if you look at this card is the main event, and honestly, semi-main event is it has to be either the Usos, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, or Edge, Finn Balor.
Yeah, but
Canadians
Edge,
all
Edge
around.
and Finn Balor is not big enough. I don't think
I
it has a
well,
story that's there, but
they made it. They're trying to make it bigger because Hell in a Cell. Don't forget, for years, for the last 3, 4, 5 years, they had Hell in a Cell premier live events. Now they're not having a premier live event; they're having a match. So again, they finally have options. Options. So maybe off the board, maybe we see something that we haven't seen or nobody's talking about. There's always a WrestleMania moment. They talk about your WrestleMania moments or whatever. The moment at this WrestleMania, let's face it, if Cody wins, that's the moment, right? That's the moment if
it's
Cody
not
wins.
going to be a moment for me. I think it's going to be a snooze fest. I think a lot because here's the thing: is this Cody winning is going to bring backlash. Mark my words. I don't
Well,
think
Backlash
Cody.
is the next premier live event, May 6th in Puerto
Yes,
Rico. You're going?
yes. No, I'm not going to Puerto Rico. I just don't think fans are going to get behind it. The whole entrance way music, because here's the thing: is this all right? Before we get out of here, everything leading up to this match is very Cody forced. It's not organic. As a wrestling fan for 30 plus years, like basically 30 plus years, I'm gonna be honest, this doesn't feel right. Hashtags already, like you know what I mean? I think you're force feeding it down the throat. And I think Maybe this is their way to simply say is he's gonna win, and then boom, the rug gets pulled out. You know what I mean? But
See
if
that, and they have a problem with if that happens too, because I'm not saying they should have done this, but I really think they should have made Sami Zayn win it in Montreal. Sami Zayn right now, forget about Cody, forget about Roman. He's the, like Kevin Owens said it. He's the MVP of the WWE last year. This year, last year, you know what I'm saying? Okay,
he's super, I think he's gonna be in the running for superstar of the year, depending on what he does this year.
he should have won it in Montreal and lost it the next night in Ottawa, whatever. They should have made that moment, and now they're going. This is why I said why I think Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn wins. They have to pay the payoff. They they didn't give the payoff of Sami Zayn winning in his hometown. Think what's bigger of winning in your hometown is winning at WrestleMania with your family best friend. For people who don't know, Sami Zayn,
Like your best friend that you screwed over for the last 4 to 6
be
months, right?
quiet already. I know your point, but it's too much already. Kevin Owens and him are best friends. They've attended each other's weddings, everything. They're best friends, much like Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, who battling out in another match for an Intercontinental title, which Sheamus hasn't won the Intercontinental. He's won everything else. Again, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, best friends. If you look at everything that's going down here, this card is stacked.
It is.
In a couple, you you can't tell me that Logan Paul's not going to try to steal the show. That may be a 7-minute match, but that's 7 minutes that go out of your way and watch that match.
No, I think they're gonna go 20. I think they go
Okay,
20 because Seth can go 20.
you know what I'm saying? The 7-minute match, because I see 6-7 minute match, is going to be 2 matches from what I see. Brock Lesnar almost, and the ladies 6-person tag. Because I whether Trish Stratus turns or whatever, even if she turns heel, do you really care? Even
No,
if Bianca, if Bailey or Dakota Kai or Damage Control wins, do you really care? And even if the one thing I'm going to tell you is Becky Lynch and Lita are going to win with Trish, because the next night they're going to take on Ronda and probably lose. Okay, that's the plans that has been going on since November here. And of course, all the plans could change, and this is WrestleMania, but Triple H, and I mentioned this already. Triple H is old school style booking. This is his first granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania 39. It's in Los Angeles. Triple H has made, you see, brought to you by, ESPN, brought to you by this. Well, I'm going to tell you, Triple H, if you want to make a statement, you got to be brought to you by the Fired Up Network here in Canada, worldwide on worldworl.com. 300 million TVs watching Rory Mitchell's ugly obey hat. He couldn't come out with a better 300 million people watching you. You know how many people are going to tune into the Mitchell Report Unleashed? 3. Me, myself, and I. All right. Rory,
I love it.
that's you, because I had enough of you. We've been doing shows and shows. I had enough of you. You're like, all right, what's the one thing that you're looking forward the most?
For WrestleMania,
Yes.
honestly, for 1, 2, 3, the tribal chief, put the ones up in there. That's all I'm waiting for.
You know what?
But I know it's not going to happen because I know it's not. I just know it's not going to happen.
You want what go on with you? What go on with you? Big
What's
up.
going on with you? You tell me.
I go on all the time. Now, Rory, final question. Tell everybody how they could get a hold of you, your social media, and then I'll tell you that thing that bothers me. I have to ask you this question. I have to ask you, but tell everybody how they get a hold of you as we close it out.
Officially Rory on Twitter. It's the best way because the Instagram is going to confuse everybody.
Wow, your Instagram's not officially Rory?
The Instagram's officially Rory, but it's officially .Rory. So,
All right. So my question, after doing shows with you, and I taught you everything you know. I
Oh
want
boy.
here. No, I need to know this. Am I your boo? Well, that's Rory Mitchell and Mitchell Report Unleashed. Check it out. Great to have Rory back for WrestleMania weekend and everything like that. So it's good to see Rory, and hopefully some of his predictions are okay. Most of them are not, but whatever. Check him out. Rory Mitchell, Mitchell Report Unleashed. I don't know what episode 425, 27. I don't know what episodes he has it on, but check him out. Officially, Rory Mitchell, Mitchell Report Unleashed. And now we're going to throw it in. He's a big wrestling fan, former Toronto Raptor, my good personal close friend, Tracy the Long Range Bomber Murray. Hello, everybody. This is Joseph Pasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to our WrestleMania preview and special with the long range bomber, former Toronto Raptor, Tracy Murray, my good friend, wrestling fan. We did this, by the way, Norm's not here, so you won't be sleeping, all right? We did this like 25 years ago, the Raptors Wrestling Roundtable, all right? Trace, it's WrestleMania 39. Before I get to WrestleMania 39, as it goes Hollywood, Trace, I'm telling you right now, where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Trace, see, you say I never do. I got the tickets right here. All right. How would you like to attend WrestleMania 39 and do some work for the Fired Up Network?
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Let
We
me.
didn't hear you.
I had to clear my throat, Joe, because there's a lot that's about to happen. Weeks. Next week,
All right.
hey,
So,
T. Murray's back. WrestleMania. Hey,
oh, so you want me to bring the energy like you now? You want me to bring the energy like you now?
You know why? Because we're deep in basketball, so we're going to see.
Listen right now. Listen right now. I'm going to say this. You say you're the ones. You're an American. You're the ones. You're the Usos, right? Well, from WrestleMania, be it night one, be it night two, you're going to be the twos because you're taking on the Canadians, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. And Trace, you don't know this, but I'm the president of the provinces of Canada, the mayor-elect of North America, soon to be the mayor of Toronto. I have to go and back my Canadian idols. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn will be your new unified WWE champions at WrestleMania. And if you have a problem with that,
You know, I'm part Canadian. I'm okay, and Sammy, to a degree. The line runs deep. So the ones are again as world champions.
listen, I don't do this on air. I'm going to say this on air. Do you want to place a bet? I'll place my check against your check.
How about you become their member of the Usos?
No,
So
they couldn't
because
pay
I
me. They
might have to
couldn't pay me enough.
handle Joe and
Listen,
Joe.
no. They couldn't pay me enough to be a part of the Usos. Nothing against the Usos because at the end of WrestleMania, Trace, at the end of WrestleMania, you will be acknowledging the Canadians. Acknowledge the Canadians. And Trace, by the way, you say you're sort of Canadian, which is true. But at the end, I'll make you a deal. If the Usos win, I'll sing the American national anthem. Next week,
I'll pass on that. We know you can't.
when the Canadians win next week, you'll be back here on the Fired Up Network singing "Oh Canada," and for the first time ever in television history, when you sing "Oh Canada," it will not be a duet. Me, Drew Ebanks, Captain Canada, and Tracy Murray will be singing "Oh Canada." even though I got to get, Drew to, spell out the words, because Drew's older than you, Trace. Drew's, he's a little bit already
I,
old, and
I'm a little bit.
no, you're
You
not
can
a little.
right. I thought you knew I was a
All right,
little touched.
enough of that. Now let me ask you: 39 years, 39 years. March 31st, 1985, WrestleMania 1, Madison Square Garden. Give me your top 2, 3 memories of WrestleMania.
I would have to say that was in Toronto. With Rock and Hogan, part of fan access. Yeah, that's the one that sticks. I was actually part of it, and then with the Raptors, and to be able, and it's WrestleMania. The guys perform at a high level. Number 2, another time too. That's when the left was going against my buddy, and I thought that show was really good. Another one that sticks out to me, and they're all going through something in the world during COVID, because everybody needed, everybody needed a sense of normal, tuned in for a couple of days. WrestleMania, even though there was no fans in the stands, up there, it's fans, and I'm just so excited this weekend, because the guys are chomping at the bit to get. I can't wait to see them go at it.
All right, Trace. By the way, I haven't seen you in like a year or whatever. Don't I have the body of Drew McIntyre now? Never mind. You don't have to answer that one. All right. You don't have to answer that one. All right. Let's get to, the card here. A couple of let's stir it off with a ladies 6-woman tag match. Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus up against Bayley and Damage Control. Who you got in that one?
I'll tell you what. Lita and them just got the tag team Lynch, and to see Trish back in the ring, Trish has always been awesome. Always been happy to see her back in the ring. But Damage Control, man, they're on a roll. Other than losing the for a long time, and they have natural chemistry here for a while. All three of them, they might sneak around Damage Control since the titles are not on the line.
Yeah, well, it's it's great to see Becky and Lita with Trish, and Trish, of course, Canadian. A lot of fans. This came out of nowhere, right? So great to see them. It should be a good match there. Now, Trace, I gotta ask you. Your other. Let's go to the other lady. We won't talk about Bianca Belair's match, but let's talk about Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Ladies title.
That's going to be a barn burner right there, buddy. It's going to be fired up, the chain. Wrestlers, but athletes. Rhea's on fire. Charlotte's on fire. Defend the title, but Rhea, man. I'm on this one. I'm gonna have to go with the young, energetic bull on this one. Talking about Bianca Belair.
Yeah. All right, go. Let's go. Bianca Belair, Asuka. Go ahead.
Asuka's been, you know what? Bianca's elite, man, and the things that she does in the ring, I can't see her losing unless to her or something like that. But I'm going with.
All right, let's go to 3 more matches and then we'll conclude it. Let's start off
Only 3
in a Cell. Well, you want to go through all of them? We'll go through all of them, but let's go with Hell in a Cell and Finn Balor. Here's a spoiler. Expect some surprises in this bout. The Demon up against Edge came out as the Brood. Expect some Brood member to show up. No, it's not Christian. Or will it be Christian? Christian is done, I have heard, with AEW. What a way, Gangrel to come out. Maybe Christian. What do you say?
I see Edge winning because Edge, he's because Fowler and the crew have been stomping on Edge. Beth Phoenix has been taking hits too, and Edge is going to get it done. Hell in the Cell, Edge is going to get that done, and if they're going to put a bite, they're going to knock them out.
All right, let's get to 3 more matches here. I'm going to ask you. Well, let's talk about the tag team titles. I know you're going to pick the Usos. You're really picking the Usos?
Picking the Usos.
Or are you going with the Canadian boys? All right. So then
I'm the Bloodline. We the one.
No, you're not the Bloodline. You're not part of Roman Reigns and all that. Me and you are closer to blood.
I'm fine with the Bloodline. We have a Murray bloodline in basketball. They have a serious bloodline. I identify with those guys. I'm with Rikishi. I'm honorary BSK. You understand me, Joe?
Listen to me. Listen. Seriously, you're a member of the Bloodline. You're very good friends with the Rikishi. I still remember back 20 years ago, you took the stink face, and you never been the same. All right?
No, you took the stink. I told him to put it on you.
Look, I've been working with a guy who had the stink face for 25 years, Norm Rumack. All right?
Your memory's a little shot.
No, my memory's perfect. All right, let's get to Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
Here, my friend, is going to be a tough one. Is a big, strong man. Don't sleep on his dude who run on a treadmill before. Former basketball player. He's agile. He can move a little bit. You got arguably ever. And I'm not just, he went and did it all in Brock Lesnar's experience. So I think doesn't get involved because that fell by Brock Lesnar wins that match.
All right, since you wanted to talk, Sean,
I think I think Bobby's going to get involved, Joe. Bobby doesn't have an assignment anymore. I think
here, I'll tell you a spoiler, all right? It's WrestleMania 39.
I announced it.
You don't want no spoilers? All right. You don't want to listen. I speak to the wise man.
Give me a spoiler.
You want a spoiler? Bobby Lashley will be at WrestleMania. Bobby Lashley will have something to do at WrestleMania. And WrestleMania is from Los Angeles, SoFi Stadium. L.A. Knight doesn't have nothing to do at WrestleMania. Bobby Lashley, L.A. Knight. Book it, bank it, take it to the house. If I'm wrong, shave Tracy Murray's head again. All right. So, look, we're going to go with, you wanted more matches? I'll give you more matches. To start off the show, the first night, John Cena, you can't see him, but you can, but you can't. John Cena against A-Town Down, a guy who's after me, who has my body, Austin Theory.
It's time to teach youngster a lesson. Me. Cena wins that.
Wrong again. All right, wrong again. So now let's get.
Hey man, you gotta split all the time, man.
Listen, listen. Tracy, I used to hang around you. You're in Las Vegas and Los Angeles. I don't have time to hang around. I hang around with the wise men and my good Jewish friend Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Me and him had a rebar mitzvah. All right, you hang out with the Clay all the time.
Out. If you're hanging with, then how the heck are you picking Kevin Owens? If you're hanging with the wise man,
because there's a swerve. There's a swerve going on. There's a swerve going on.
He would kick you where the sun don't
I'm Canadian. I'm the president of the province of Canada. I'm the mayor-elect of North America. I have to stand by my man. You stand by your man. I stand by my man. Who wins at the end of the night will be me. Period. End of story. Now, let's get to the Intercontinental title match. This should be, no pun intended, fired up, barn burner, whatever you want to call it. It is Gunther defending the title up against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, who looks like mine. I have a body like him. Go ahead.
Banger. After banger.
After
banger.
Yeah, that's what I do every night. No comment, Tracy. No comment.
You just killed that. Gunther is a young stud, man. Can really go. And Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, that he's going to be. I go with Gunther on this for the rest of the guys.
All right, now let's get to the main event of WrestleMania 39. It is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, versus. Okay, I'll acknowledge him. Trace, I'm going to acknowledge him. Roman Reigns has looked
down and acknowledge him.
Listen. I'm just keep it quiet here. I'm friends with the wise man. I'll acknowledge him. Roman Reigns has taken after my career where I have never lost in 32 years. All right, Roman Reigns, acknowledge me, Trace, the president of provinces Canada. Roman Reigns has been amazing. But you know what? It's time for him to take off a couple months. He's been running. He's been hanging. Banger after banger after banger. Having main events. Having everything. Solo Sikoa there. Having everything. But it's time to fulfill a dream. The legacy. Going to start his own corporation. AEW. Coming back to the WWE. Torn pec. Everything. Sunday night, April 2nd, at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California, where Tracy Murray is going to go and report for Fired Up Network. I'm sending him. Tracy, all you need is the flight, hotel, everything like that. But the rest, the tickets are covered. You're at ringside. Okay? Wise man told me. But Cody Rhodes, the natural, will be the new WWE Universal Champion. Or will he be just the WWE Champion? Or will he be the Universal Champion?
You see that guy right there?
Is that John Tabak? Number 35 of the Toronto Raptors?
That guy right there and crack somebody over the head.
Listen, you cracked Norm over the head so many times, he has a crackhead. What? Do I get you off your game, Tracy, or what? Come on, we got 2 minutes left. I only promised a 20-minute segment.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to act like that. That's what I'm going to do.
All right, so your pick is Cody Rhodes, right?
I told you, we the ones.
How long you going to be the ones for? Honestly, how long you going to be the ones
is
for?
Not busy. Solo's going to be around. Solo's going to be around on both nights. Solo is going to be busy with the bloodline. How about that?
Yeah, well,
that's the street champ. Get your head.
Trace, all joking aside, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Who who, if it's not Cody Rhodes, who should Roman lose the belt to?
All jokes aside, he probably would to Cody, because here's a guy, the responsibility company. He is a racer wrestler.
Yeah.
It's a long time. He knows the responsibility of not only in front of the camera, off the camera, with the with all the charities and making witnesses. He's a guy about it. I mean, his brother been in the business for years. The American dream got him ready for the business. So if there's anybody that's good, it will be him. I don't think Cena's gonna. So it's got to be Cody.
All right. So again, which match are you looking forward to? Is it that match for WrestleMania?
I look for. You know what? Line has been telling a hell of us 2-3 years that I don't want to see end. Heck of
that's
story.
what I was alluding to. Quite honest, that's what I was alluding to, because and honestly, this I could see. It's not a spoiler. I have heard rumors that it's for the WWE Universal title. Well, Roman Reigns, as you know, he has 2 titles. I know they eventually want to split the title. Okay, he loses. But does he lose the Universal title or the WWE title and keeps one title because he's the wise man? So, and then they have a rematch in the next pay-per-view, which is in Puerto Rico.
It's only for one title. I thought it was for 2.
No, I'm saying right now they're saying it's for 2 titles, but the wise man could have a contract written up and say, look, in the contract, you didn't read the fine print. It's for the WWE title when he's still the Universal Champion.
Wise man could pull something off like that. Wise man, that's why they call him the wise.
Yeah, I actually told him. I told him to do that. Me and him, we went to synagogue with MJF, and we talked about ways, and I told him MJF had a rebar mitzvah. I know you watch AEW also, but Wise Man wanted to have a bris. Okay, I'm not gonna say bris. I think you know what circumcision. Okay, I think that's what the wise man wanted. Whatever the wise man wants, people do. All right, Trace. Okay, as we close it out.
Hold on real quick before you close it out. Personal relationship with a lot of these guys. I know Bray Wyatt's been struggling, man. He's been sick and stuff like that, man. Good dude, man. And he's great at telling stories. He always peaks, and I just hope that he's okay. Things get better with him, because he's always treated myself and always treated him very well. There's another one that's his family's been his game. I just hope that everything. I hope he's able to come back stronger than ever.
Amen to that, and is a big part of WrestleMania and WWE going forward. Final question here as we close out this special WrestleMania 39 edition here on Fired Up Network with former Toronto Raptor long range bomber Tracy Murphy, my good close personal friend. This is Triple H's first official WrestleMania where he has control, where he's in charge. He's the man.
Yep.
What do you think? What do you think he had? Because I know Triple H, he has stuff planned that is nobody's been thinking about. Okay, is something or maybe a couple things gonna be? It's a 2-night event that he's gonna shock the world.
Absolutely. Triple H's Paul's mind is unbelievable. The last I've really been glued to the TV, man, because it's over. It's been excellent. I fell off a little bit for a while. When I heard he was taking over, then I put an eye back on all the second generation wrestlers that I knew when they were the other day. I said, I knew you when you were like 6 or 7 years old. So when I see youngins are coming through the business, just taking over. Now, I know what he's thinking, and I expect this to be monumental type WrestleMania. I expect something big.
You know what I expect? I hear voices in my head, Trace. They're telling me how to get a hold of you. So tell everybody, let them hear voices in their head. Tell everybody how they could get a hold of you on social media. And acknowledge one of the best Raptors ever, but even a better person, my good friend Tracy Murray. Go ahead.
At Real Tracy L. Murray on Tracy Murray on Facebook.
All right, that's been the WrestleMania 39 special with the Long Range Bomber, Tracy Murray. Thanks a lot, Trace. Well, that was my good friend, the Long Range Bomber, Tracy Murray, former Toronto Raptor. And yes, he's a big Red Wrestling fan. Very good friends of The Undertaker. Wonder if he shows up at WrestleMania. Now, we're going to close out this WrestleMania special here on the Fired Up Network with my good friend, Eric Cohen. Eric Cohen. We preview night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. With now we have the official card, and I'm going to pull it up here. You'll be seeing it on top of me just here. 1 second. Here is. So that was Saturday and Sunday's card for WrestleMania. Here is Eric Cohen and myself discussing and previewing WrestleMania Night 1 and WrestleMania Night 2. Here we go, Eric Cohen. Hey everybody, this is Joseph Hasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to a WrestleMania special. Welcome to Eric Cohen. Yes, Eric Cohen. Look at it. Can you talk like the Macho Man since you got his shirt on?
Yeah, Eric Cohen giving it to you here in a fight.
What was that? What was that? Seriously, you expect that to be a good one? Come on. All right, Saturday, April 1st, WrestleMania Night 1. We got the card. You can see it in the background exclusively here on the Fired Up Network. Let's get to the first match of the show. It's for the United States title. It's Austin Theory, 8-Town Down versus John Cena. You can't see him. Eric, come on, do a John Cena here. Come on, I want you to talk in a rap. Go ahead.
Word up. I'm going to take Austin Theory, man, put them all down.
So wait a minute. Is that your prediction? John Cena wins the U.S. title?
I'm still researching and getting my.
What do you mean researching? This is wrestling. Do you pick John Cena or do you pick Austin Theory? What's wrong with you? Have you hit the bottle of wine already?
I am taking Austin Theory. John Cena is gone. 1 year after losing to Pat McAfee at WrestleMania, I'm taking Austin to get a WrestleMania win over the Doctor of Thugonomics. Word life.
Yeah, word life. Yeah, all right. You can see Eric Cohen is that. Then we got Braun Strowman, Ricochet, the Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders.
I'm going to go with Braun, and it's been a pretty average at best return for Braun Strowman. They lost a lot of matches, losing to Gunther, losing in the tag team turmoil. Been very disappointed by the lack of. So I feel like they get done here.
Oh yeah! Big up! The next match, I want you to speak it in Spanish. Rey Mysterio, Sucrillo, Dominic. Venga ya.
Yeah, mommy's Poppy Dominic. I know agua. There'll be some agua, Senor. Ray, Senor, son, please, son, stop, son, because I think Dom up with a win in this one.
Dominic, you're saying is going to win in this one. All right. Then I want you to sing the song. All right. It's going to be the Paul. I'm going to call him Paul. I'm not going to call him by his name, Logan Paul, up against Seth freaking Rollins. Go ahead.
Seth Rollins has been in a massive WrestleMania slump. Losing match to Kevin Owens, to Cesaro. He just has not been able to. He's not been able to. And Seth is my guy. Seth and I are tight, so I've been a little disappointed.
Wait, hold on. No. I can't let this one go. What do you mean? Okay, you're tight with Seth Rollins. Now, I want everybody around the Fired Up Network here. WrestleMania special, night one here. Night one. Eric Cohen, guy who's 25 years in the business, guy who's on TV, radio, and on edge, and gives me fake bets and everything like that. Never been good nothing in his life. He says he's tight with Seth Rollins. Now, here's a skill tested question. If you get it right, everybody will know that you're tight with Seth Rollins. Hold on. If you get it wrong, you owe me two bottles of red wine. 2 bottles of red wine. Here's the question. Simple question. What is Seth Rollins' real name? What is Seth Rollins' real name? Stop looking at your phone. I want an answer in 7 seconds.
He likes me to call him the Architect.
What is his real name?
I don't know. What's his real name?
What is his real name? You're tight with him.
I told you.
You don't know. You on international TV. We just made a bet. He got it wrong. I'll tell you his real name. But Eric Cohen owes me 2 bottles of red wine on live national TV. His name is Colby Lopez. Lopez.
Stick with Seth Rollins. I don't like that name.
All right, you're calling Seth Rollins to win?
Rollins to defeat Logan Paul.
Lita, Becky
avoid
Lynch.
That. Yeah.
Lita, Becky Lynch, and Canadian Trish Stratus versus Damage Control.
Sit rock and roll. What I'd like to see is a heel turn from Trish Stratus. We've talked about, but in this match, I do feel like Lita, Trish, and Becky Damage Control, and it's been a pretty rough go for Bayley, Dakota Kai last little while.
All right, these 2 matches, one of them is going to be the main event for night one. Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley, and the Usos versus Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. We'll start off with the ladies. All right, Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Ladies title.
That's a tough one, but I am going to go with Rhea Ripley to avenge her WrestleMania long ago. They're definitely giving Rhea a push when in the Royal Rumble. She's been going through some stuff personally with fans who have just been unfortunately bombarding her at airports and stuff, and she's had to go on. She's not going to sign things. She looked a little bit just video. So you know what? I think that they give Rhea her due. They give her the title. Humongous win for Rhea Ripley.
All right. So then we got two Canadians. Eric, me and you are Canadians, so single Canada. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, WrestleZania, and KO Mania against We the Ones, the Usos, for the Tag Team Championship. Go ahead, Eric.
I'm going to go with, I think it's going to be a bad weekend for the Bloodline. And of course, we'll get to Roman and Cody later. Yeah, I think that the titles around the Bloodline come to an end, and we see that relationship flourish as best friends and brother champions. Sammy and Kevin walk away with the gold.
Eric, if you put me and you, who's the Sammy, who's the Kevin?
I'll take either one. I like them both.
Yeah, you look. You better grow your red beard, man. I'm telling you that you're Sami Zayn, arguably an MVP this year for the WWE. All right, night two. We got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, Natalia Shantzi, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, and of course Sonya Deville and Canadian Chelsea Green.
Put your hair up and square up. Let's go.
Put your hair up. Put your hair up.
I'm going to go with Liv and Raquel. I think those girls are definitely. Raquel's been waiting on really her to step out of the shadow of a monstrous woman who's just always smiling and happy, and to see something out of her. Raquel and Liv.
All right. Then we got Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Go ahead. Hey, here, I'll give the spoiler. Right now, as we tape this before WrestleMania, it is told to me that Brock Lesnar, a contract's on the table. If he does sign, he's going to go over. If he does not sign, Omos is going to go over. Go ahead.
So my guess is that with Brock Lesnar, who's looked pretty weak in this feud with Omos. Omos just pushes him around all the time. They've made Brock look pretty pedestrian. Let's say Brock signs the contract and Brock picks up the win.
Hell in a Cell. Demon Finn Balor against the Broods, Edge, Gangrel, and exclusive to Fired Up Network. Somebody have spoken to Jay Russo, a.k.a. Christian. Tony Khan has given him permission to appear at WrestleMania. Christian, from what I hear, will be appearing at WrestleMania. So will Gangrel, Hell in a Cell, Edge, Finn Balor. Who you got?
Man, it's tough. I'm going to say, I think if they bring back the Brood, Christian and Gangrel, and Christian obviously is off of it. He done him by the grave site with the Jungle Boy, so he's done there. And I'm going to go with Edge to upset him and get another huge WrestleMania moment.
This could be the show stealer. That match is going to be great. This also can be the show stealer for the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. Eric, this is going to be like my love life. A banger after banger after banger after banger. Eric, have you ever done this? You have never banger. You have never done nothing. You need a glass of wine? I'll get you. A banger after. This is going to be a hard-hitting affair. Go ahead.
But I think bigger and better things are coming. I think he drops the Intercontinental belt. And a nice story for Sheamus to win. It's the one title he's never won. So it's Sheamus. Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna go and be the Drew and Sheamus now battle for the Intercontinental title, which I think also makes sense.
Wrong ladies title. Eric, flip your hair like Bianca Belair. Do it. I want to see it. Come on. Yeah. Bianca Belair versus Asuka. There's a bet here. Which misc does Asuka have? Is it green? Is it yellow? Is it purple? Is it whatever? First of all, tell me the mist that she's going to have. Second of all, tell me your pick.
Blue mist and I think it's a pick 'em. I think Asuka's been on a losing streak too. I mean, she seems to always lose all of her big matches at WrestleMania. But I'm gonna say Bianca retains. I think Bianca's ready for Asuka, and I think Bianca walks away with the gold.
Now, before we get to the main event, I'm going to ask you two questions. The first night has 7 matches. The next night has 6 matches. I've been told there's going to be another match. I've been told maybe it is the ladies tag team title. Maybe it's Bobby Lashley having a match. But that's number one. Number two, we see returns, we see surprises, we see debuts for the next night after WrestleMania Raw. Who do you think will return or debut at WrestleMania, and who do you think will return or debut on Raw?
Well, I think obviously you're going to see a Christian reunited with the Brood at WrestleMania. I'm hearing obviously reports about Ryder returning maybe the day after Raw. We'll see about that.
Whoa!
You know it. And that's
No, Eric, you're missing one guy. I know you're missing it. You're hearing voices in your head. He's due to
Randy.
return.
Still an issue, right? So
Randy will be back. Will be back. Either WrestleMania or the next night.
What about Riddle?
Riddle, no.
Okay.
Riddle. All right, let's get to the main event of the weekend. Roman Reigns versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, whose father was the American Dream. That means Cody Rhodes should be a heel, because if you're a nightmare, you're a bad guy. You're not a dream. A dream is a good guy. Anyways, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed title. By the way, you're Jewish too. I spoke to my good Jewish friend, the Wise Man, who called me Wise Man number 2, Paul Heyman. I also spoke to my other good Jewish friend, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Eric, I have news for you. Oh boy, do I have news for you. You heard about MJF Rebar Mitzvah. They have told me that, Eric, you want to have a recircumcision. So we're going to have Eric Cohen recircumcision. Wait a minute, Eric. The question is, who's going to do the snip snip? Well, we got it. Between Goldberg and Luchasaurus. And Luchasaurus has a little bit shaky hand here. All right, little bit shaky hand. But of course, Goldberg now is a free agent. He's asking too much money to cut off snip.
Isaac, go.
Yeah, Isaac Yang contain Glenn Jacobs. Now, Luchasaurus has agreed. So I want Paul Heyman and MJF to pin you down and snip, because last time I have heard from several of the ladies, you come up a lot short. All right, a lot short. You had to have not 1 bottle of wine, not 2 bottles of wine, not 3 bottles of red wine, not 4 bottles of red wine, not 5 bottles of red wine. You had to have, as a baby, 7 days old, you had to have 7 bottles of red wine.
I'm trying to think who had the promo recently talking about someone coming up short. Funny. Whose promo was that?
Well, it doesn't matter. Don't interrupt my promo. You're always a dollar short and something else short. So, Eric, do I confirm your circumcision on November 2nd, 2023?
Yeah, if it means I'm all in, buddy.
All right, he's all in, as opposed to everybody tells me when you go in, they don't feel it. So, anyways, MJF, thank you. Paul Heyman, thank you. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, who's your pick?
The journey gets Cody Rhodes. He completes the journey. He becomes the undisputed champion if they want to have 2 separate titles. But Cody Rhodes wins this match. Well-deserved time off, because myself and the Tribal Chief, our work ethic is second to none. It's going through. And Cody Rhodes walks away with the gold.
Now, that was basically the plan. I have heard a little bratty told me that Dusty Rhodes' first championship came in Puerto Rico. The next premier live event by the WWE is in Puerto Rico. By the way, it's hosted by Bad Bunny. WrestleMania hosted by The Miz. Eric was in the running for hosting, but he came up a little bit short. Eric, anything else you want to touch on WrestleMania?
Can't wait this weekend. It's a big weekend. Haley's doing Daddy Ass will be locked in all weekend. And
Scissor me, Daddy Ass! Scissor me!
And forward to a great week.
That looked like you practiced that all the time. What's wrong with you? Just do it again. Wait, I'm gonna get cameraman, zoom it. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. Go. Show the world. See, he practices it all the time. All right. That's Eric Cohen. Tell everybody how they can get a hold of you, Eric.
Twitter, real Eric Cohen. Don't be fooled by any imposters, and let's enjoy WrestleMania weekend.
And yes, WrestleMania. And honestly, Eric, since we're closing this out, WrestleMania 39, WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, but 39 years. We just passed the 36th anniversary of probably the greatest WWE bout ever. It's Savage and Steamboat. What has been? Give me one or two highlights of 38 years of WrestleMania.
I was there. Watched the Macho Man Randy Savage take on the Dragon. To watch Hulk Hogan slam was an amazing event at WrestleMania 3 at the Pontiac Silverdome. It's hard to believe it's been 36 years.
All right, that's Eric Cohen. Everybody, enjoy WrestleMania. Thanks a lot, Eric.
You're welcome, Joe.
Eric Cohen, and that concludes our WrestleMania preview here on the Fired Up Network. Nobody will bring you a preview like we did. Started off with professional wrestler Aaron Stevens. Then we went to Giancarlo Lino. Then it was Rory Mitchell, Tracy Murray, and Eric Cohen. Again, WrestleMania Night 1 begins tonight at 8 p.m. Night 2 begins tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And for those fans who want the card, once again, as we conclude this show, I will give you the card. Hopefully, everybody enjoy WrestleMania and enjoy the spectacle.